we've still got a few minutes for folks to show up, so we're gonna wait a few minutes before we kick this off. Zenek enjoying this little custom introductory scene. There's a slightly different scene for Oracle of Ages and Oracle of Seasons, with these pretty lovely full screen sprites that they've got going on. This beautiful vista of the Maku tree. We got to see a castle that might be Hyrule Castle. I don't know. It's kind of ambiguous where this Triforce is chilling. That Link just shows up.
It's implied that that's Hyrule Castle.
And of course, because it's young Link, he's riding on young Epona. Even though chronologically this game comes after, I think this is after the Adventure of Link.
Yes, that sounds. Well, no, I think Adventure of Link and those Legend of Zelda and the Adventure of Link happen after Link's Awakening, which is with the Oracle's games.
Yeah, it's kind of a tricky chronology, but basically this is one of the later games in the Zelda chronology.
Yeah, this is leftmost timeline.
All right,
where
let me
the
go
hero
drink.
loses or whatever, and it leads to a Link to the Past. Because I think it's supposed to go A Link to the Past, Oracle's Link's Awakening, Zelda 1, Zelda 2. I think that's right.
There's a question in the chat. Are those the death counts next to the saves? Yes, they are.
Yep.
Someone will bring up the CDI games. Real talk, the CDI games are not that terrible.
The remakes are really good.
Oh yeah,
like,
yeah. I've never played those. We need to do that.
Yeah, the remake, so not only does the game, like, it's like maybe a tour. You know what, we could probably do that as a one-off, because it's not that long. Oh, I just noticed the, image for Oracle of Ages on Speedruns Live. That's a bit of a spoilers image.
Yeah, there's a couple of them are pretty good. What was the game? There was one that it was like Dark Stone something, and the image for it is like the protagonist of Dark Souls, petrified or something like that. That somebody went out of their way to pick that as some random image for a game.
Oh, the Darkstone?
Something.
I think it's just called the Darkstone. I've heard the song from it because it's a good. Yeah, Darkstone on Steam, 90% off currently. Only 49 cents if you want to pick up Darkstone on Steam. I've heard nothing but bad things, except it has a banger soundtrack.
Well, pretty much all games on Steam are bad, so it's pretty much a default.
I don't want to disagree with that, because Hades is a pretty good game.
Zenek
I
asks,
need to play that again.
Zenek wants to know what happened to Link's horse. He traded him in for a kangaroo, or a flying bear.
He got off the horse. The horse didn't go through the portal, alright? Only Link did. It's implied that the gods were just like, hey Link, we know you showed up because we were causing shit, so we're just gonna teleport you to somewhere else, and then everybody else is just gonna get here somehow. But this is the fastest way. Don't even have time to take your stuff.
So yeah, this is the second to last goal in Oracle of Ages. And then once we finish that up, we still have the entirety of Oracle Seasons to play through. And of course, Oracle Seasons is going to be Another whole 8 dungeons, plus players will be able to link up to the previous game, so there'll be plenty of shenanigans to go there. We'll get you updated as soon as this race starts, which is in about 3 seconds.
Oh, okay. After the Oracle's games, apparently it's a link between Worlds and Triforce Heroes happens now.
Interesting.
And then it's Zelda 1, Zelda 2.
Alright, so here we are. Our players have just completed dungeon number 6, the Mermaids Cave. And in this dungeon, they got a new item, the ability to swim using the control pad.
Left. Zenek. Let's see if Zenek does Zenek have the ukulele?
Does not. Yeah, at this point, the players are ready to complete the complete this quest anytime.
Yeah, so I just see some people, like, Nighty is talking to Shovel for whatever reason. Nighty has the C ukulele. Or hasn't talked to Raftim, one of the two, but he's met the Zora.
Yeah, so the players may have forgotten their hint. They were told by the Maku tree that they really should go to the palace because apparently Queen Ambi has wandered away from the palace randomly, as queens are wont to do in fantasy adventure games. And now is our opportunity to rescue the Nehru, the Oracle of Wisdom. And so, of course, our players don't know it. But yeah, our players don't know it, but they're about to experience a stealth segment.
She's the Oracle of Time this game. Okay, wait, so Nighty has given the ore and will now have the magic ukulele. Nighty has talked to that Zora before. Let's see if Nighty remembers the Zora. Nighty gets on the raft. Nighty, you have the mermaid suit.
The good news is there's not a whole lot of trouble that the players can get into here. They're going to be restricted pretty quickly. Hopscotch has decided to play a random minigame here. I don't know. Looks like someone is going on a little bit of an adventure to collect a bunch of gacha nuts. The good news is this goal is a little bit shorter since we're only going to be playing a single dungeon. So the players do have a little bit of time that they can goof around here and collect some items without dragging this race out too long.
So I'm actually curious if Nighty will. Okay, wait. Nighty's back on the Tokay Island. Let's see what he does here. I don't think there's anything you can do that's extra on the Tokay Island.
Yeah.
Do you remember he had the nut here?
I think that was push the wrong button. Someone meant to hit the other button.
Yeah, he sees the map and he knows that there's this big thing. So I actually think Nighty's chances of finding the because you can't go north of here for reasons that will be revealed later. That is a suspicious whirlpool. But I think Nighty's chance of finding the ukulele Zora is pretty high, given the areas of the map he's looking for. If he just goes straight north, he'd find it.
And Zenek making an interesting decision here. Zenek's ring of choice is the gacha ring that tells you if there's a soil patch nearby. Possibly.
I think you get that one randomly. Okay, so Nighty knows actually to go to that Zora. He opened it on the map. He wants to go 2 up. So maybe he's thinking he's got to go around. I think Nighty searching for the actual direction to go is going to lead him to the level 2 sword. And I'm pretty excited about that.
Nope, we see someone is appraising a whole bunch of rings. We've got an armor ring.
Oh, the Zora ring is pretty nice. It actually makes certain segments coming up very easy, because you never have to resurface. However, only very small parts of them, because, well, if they dive in the ocean, they'll figure it out. But Nighty is gonna get the broken sword.
Yeah, so Nighty's in this really awkward position now that he's gone through all of this effort. He's gotten his hands on this broken sword, and he's like, well, what the heck do I do with this thing?
Do you think he remembers Patch?
It's been a while.
Broken sword. It's broken, question mark. Nighty remembers Patch.
Yeah.
He's looking over there.
Yeah, although Patch is not marked on the map, possibly...
You can press A at that part, and it will say it's Patch. Does Nighty have Ricky? It saves a lot of time going back to Patch. I think Nighty has Ricky.
I believe that you're correct. Oh, here's...
He's in the past, so he doesn't have a top left warp. So he's got to go to the future.
So someone 325 visits his little Bipsum, and Bipsum is a little spastic kid.
This is a bit of an interesting just start from everybody. They don't remember where they are or what they're doing.
Yeah. Hopefully they take a moment to visit the Maku tree and get a little bit of guidance there.
I mean, you can learn about everything.
Oh, here we go. Hopscotch got the punch ring.
Oh, that's a great... Okay, that is the best ring in the game. You get to punch things in the face.
Ooh, and Nighty got one that says recovers lost hearts. That might be a passive regeneration.
I think that ring does exist.
I think Nighty just got it, that's a pretty sweet ring to have. So we see Nighty is visiting Young Alpha, and Young Alpha is a super shy nerd.
Nighty is a stranger. He hasn't gone to Patch yet. I like how every time you talk to Bipsum, or Bippin, it's just, it's like, I have more to teach, and he just says the same thing every time. No, Nighty, use your Whirl Seeds now. Go to Patch. He's thinking about it. Ugh. Nighty's playing on something that's allowing this to be in Game Boy Advance mode.
Yeah, Game Boy Advance mode
Zenek
only...
is discovered.
Go ahead, Alpha.
Ralph is gonna break in to the thing, and he knows secrets about the castle, that there's a secret passage. For whatever reason, he knows that.
Alright, someone is entering the stealth segment here. Alright, let's get ready. So we've got this first screen, we've got 2 guards and a switch. Alright, someone deftly evades the guards and reaches the switch without being seen.
Nighty finds a piece of heart, though. Oh, Nighty also has a potion already.
Yeah, it's gonna save some time here. Alright, someone makes it to past the guards and reaches the second switch.
Nighty picking up the level 2 ring box. That will allow him to hold more rings.
Alright, someone evades the guards again, hits the third switch. Oh, nope, someone gets spotted by the guards. Yeah, I think Alpha mentioned before that one of the categories is to play the game. You can trade your rings between games, so you could start a new game and start off with all of your rings. And one of the categories, I think, is just play through the whole game using the fist ring.
Yeah, unless, like, you can't do it. It's no sword fist only. You can't defeat the final boss with that, however, so, although it's only linked, but, you know, that's... Also, I don't think you can... I think for the final boss of Seasons, you can't even hit him with the punch ring because of where he sits. Oh, Zenek... okay, no, it was someone.
Yeah, someone has made it into the castle.
Yeah.
Now, there's actually guards here that require you to move more than an inch in order to avoid them.
Yeah. Knighty definitely knows that where he's got to go is over here. He's getting that level 2 sword. And if he calls Ricky... Oh, wait, no, he doesn't have the next song. If he had the next song, they would be very quick.
Yeah, the players will probably benefit from doing the castle first, because that will give them access to a brand new song that will make traveling back and forth between past and present even more convenient.
Yeah, it's very clear that they did all of this to lock you in certain ways. Honestly, I think Seasons does a better job with their overworld traveling puzzles, just because, well, one, there's 4 different options, but they don't have to lock you out in the same kind of ways.
I mean, to a certain degree, both games are about time travel. One is about, traveling back and forth between all
you're doing is changing the rotation of the sun. Or, not the rotation of the sun.
The rotation of the sun.
Well, I said the wrong thing. It's the axis of the Earth. You're just adjusting the angle.
And someone gets spotted by some guards, but instead of kicking you out, they just run at you and deal a bunch of damage, and then that's it.
So, it just becomes, Australian summer instead of winter.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. The entire Earth instantaneously shifts.
Yeah, it just moves.
All right, so someone has found Nehru, and Nehru, as we recall from the beginning of the game, has been possessed by Varan, the Sorceress of Shadows. You might remember way back during the first goal, when we found the mystery seeds. Nehru was looking for those. For whatever reason, Varan is vulnerable to mystery seeds, and so you just whack her with a mystery seed.
Yeah, and that's why she wanted all of them. She didn't want anybody else to have them. I'm pretty sure someone remembers how that fight goes, for having played the game a million years ago.
I mean, it's not that hard to remember.
Yeah. No, but I feel like if you hadn't ever done the fight before, like, that's... The way you fight her is a bit weird. Like, this game makes you fight a lot of things in Seed Shooter. Meanwhile, Hopscotch is just planting seeds. Has the boomerang.
Oh, found the boomerang somewhere. I
don't remember where the boomerang is in ages.
I mean, it might be just... It's a localized...
Oh, I think it's from one of the mini-games.
Yeah, it might be a localization thing, too, though, that only the Australian version of the game has the boomerang in it by default.
Ooh, that would make sense. He couldn't pick it in, That's why he could only pick Ricky.
So, Zenek here is trying to explore the ocean, but there's really nothing that you can do at this point. You do need to go visit the castle before anything else is going to happen.
Boomerang is 400 points at Goron's shooting gallery. I don't think it makes anything faster. It might make, just because of the way the boomerang works in this one, they gave it some limitations.
And I'm also pretty sure that the boomerang is optional in this game, but it's not
It's
optional.
very required in the next one. At least the very, very first boomerang, I think. I think they can skip the magic boomerang in seasons, but you have to be cool. So Nighty is playing the harder version of Patch's restoration game.
Oof. All right, Nighty's making good progress here. All right,
Yeah,
I think Nighty's got it.
The last one. And Nighty has earned himself a level 2 sword. It's the Noble Sword.
And Deadman Dan mentions that you need a revival potion for the next part. You do, and in fact, we gave that to the players as a hint, mentioned that they do need one. Precisely because of the concern that the players might spend all of this money they have and then discover belatedly that they needed that to buy a potion.
Yeah, then the easiest way to get money for a potion is probably just killing a bunch of enemies to get Maple to spawn. But now Nighty is headed down towards the ocean where he can't do anything right now, I don't think.
No.
He needs that final song in order to travel back and forth. There's a auspicious place with a book for a ceiling. Don't know if Nighty knows to dive in the sea. Oh, there we go. And there is Azora.
Yeah, there's some money in the Zora area. Yeah, so I think Zenik right now is just thoroughly exploring everything that, I think Zenik saw Ralph by the palace, so he must realize that that's where he's supposed to go next. Zenik had mentioned before that he kind of, this is a game that he wants to play a little bit more like a casual player would. So there's a good chance that he's taking his time, that he's going to clear every screen and look for every item.
Yeah, so Nighty is going to learn that, oh, islands shift over time. And yeah, there's a bunch of hidden caves at the bottom of the ocean, as Hopscotch is finding right now. Hopscotch only has 2 more heart containers left of this playthrough. Or pieces of heart, I guess.
Yeah, because the players have 2 more dungeons to clear, so that's 2 more guaranteed heart containers. So Zenik taking a little bit of a tumble here in these little underwater whirlpools.
It's hard.
This is good practice because we're going to see a lot of this swimming.
Yeah. Okay, and you can see a cave down there that it would very clearly be further to the right.
So someone now has...
Yes, no. Nighty is about to learn that at some point he's got to figure out how to go back in time for this.
Someone, meanwhile, is going through the rings collection here and trying to decide what 3 rings to carry around.
Oh, that's power ring level 2.
Yeah, it's a pretty strong one.
It's double damage. Meanwhile, everybody else is just kind of futzing about. Nobody else is even bothered to go to Ambi's Palace.
Yeah, well, like I said, Zenik is deliberately searching everywhere now that he has so much access to the overworld.
Yeah. Nighty's just got to go to the palace. Is basically on everything else.
Yeah, I think Nighty might actually be lost at this point. Now that he's got the sword, he's deliberately trying to progress, and I think he's doing the logical thing, which is, I just got the thing that lets me swim in the ocean, so of course I'm going to explore the ocean. But his next destination is, in fact, the palace in the past.
Conveniently, if you do get confused and lost, the tree will always kind of tell you about where you have to go.
Which Hopscotch gets right there, says go to Ambi's palace, and so Hops is going to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, Nighty knows where the final area has to be for at least this part, because the entire bottom left of the thing in his map, but you can't get there. You have to be able to go to the past from the present without a portal.
You know, that's kind of satisfying as you fill in this map and you're seeing that there's fewer and fewer places to visit. It's kind of satisfying seeing it all get filled in.
Okay. That was one of the more unique Zelda text boxes, because it's like Link thinking. The one eye is hollowed out, but where to go from there? Like, sometimes you have text boxes that are very clearly like Link talking to himself, and it's very rare. Unless someone gets a shield.
Yeah, we saw Zenik earlier found the mirror shield. That it's implied that the Toke stole your shield and polished it up so well that it became a superior item.
Yeah. Yeah, Nighty is looking. The problem is the areas he's looking at involve... Because if he goes to his map, he can see that entire part that's Ambi's Palace. That's still gray.
Yeah, but
So
there's probably a part of his mind that's saying, well, that's the last area. That's the end game. Of course I don't go there.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that's the area where someone is right now. That's the end game. Although Nighty will find something in this cave.
Here we go. Zenik has found the next step of the trading sequence.
Yeah, Nighty now has the Iron Shield. Mirror Shield is level 3. And they can't get that without linked game.
Yeah, there's a lot of items that you cannot get until you have until you do a linked game.
Yeah, Mirror Shield is not that important. I think Nighty can warp from here. Yeah. Oh no, he's gonna swim. I don't think you realize you can warp when you're on the doors.
Oh, I think what Zenik is doing right now, he just got an item from Symmetry City. Oh no, he's just picking up. Never mind. I thought he was thinking that he needed to go to the Gorons in order to do more trading sequence. There we go. Nighty found Nehru.
Yeah, so everybody's futzing about. Zenik is gonna make some people laugh. That just has to find Maple, probably, because gotta get that touching book. Probably knows where to go with that.
I don't know what happened to Hopscotch, but apparently he ran into Maple and was really unhappy with what happened there. He comments in the chat, "Are you kidding me, Maple?"
I wasn't paying attention to what happened to Hopscotch.
Yeah.
Unless he got bonked and there was a piece of heart and she like threw it in some water or something like that, or was just on top of it. Well, Hopscotch is trying to go to not patch, I guess, but...
Hops might be trying to get to patch. Or he might be on his way to patch, and while he's going that way, he's exploring these little parts of the map that he hasn't visited yet.
So Nighty is warping to the future from, or I guess the present, from Queen Ambi's palace, which is what ends up turning into all that other stuff. You just gotta throw a bomb into the lake, Hopscotch. That's in so many Zelda games. It's in A Link to the Past, it's in this one,
I think he's already done it, and maybe he was going back up there because he was hoping he could upgrade his boomerang that way.
Oh, maybe, but unfortunately... And this is how you can tell that there's a level next to that icon in the other games. Is there's just a huge amount of space adjacent to that boomerang.
Yeah, Hopscotch already has the upgraded bomb bag. So yeah, that was purely a, hey, can I get a better boomerang?
Yeah. Fortunately, that is not true of the That is not true of the shovel. There's no level 2 shovel, not in this game.
I mean, what would the level 2 shovel be? Would it be the shovel dash from A Link to the Past when you're playing?
It's like it'd either be that, or if you double tap it, you kind of do like Bomb Line and Bomberman, only a shovel instead.
Where like Link just lunges into the air and crashes down, and he like shovels out like a 5x5 diamond.
Or maybe you just like hit someone with a pointy end, like just jams it right into their throat. It's a stabbing weapon.
I mean, if this was an indie game produced in the late 2010s, it would just turn him into Shovel Knight. Because Shovel Knight's in every game.
Yeah, Shovel Knight's a pretty good game. Alright, it's in... Let me think. Shovel's in A Link to the Past, it's in Link's Awakening. I guess technically the level 2 shovel in Link's Awakening is the boomerang. Although you can trade other items and do things like swapping the boomerang out for the shovel, and then it will just dig everything weird.
So Zenik got the touching book. I wonder if maybe he's either looking for a Gasha tree that he planted some time ago. No, he still wants that bush that's in the corner, and that it's impossible to get that bush still.
Okay, so just checking random things. The only equivalent to, and Hopscotch gets wrecked, is the Magma mitts are the upgrade to the digging mitts. Although that's in a bit of an interesting way. I have Skyward Sword HD. I haven't played that game since the first one came out. Or, well, since the original came out, so I'm excited to replay that game. Okay, so... Nighty's using one of the two... just leaves the boss fight. I think it's looking for ammunition that makes the fight make sense, so mystery seeds are dropping.
Yeah, so that's a pretty big hint.
I didn't really ever think that you could just walk out of the room. Like, I just never thought about it.
Zenik doing some butt
Okay, so
stomping.
that should be a big hint.
Oh, nope, Nighty's a little bit slow there. Yeah, Nighty's going to be saving a lot of time here too. Now that he has the level 2 sword, he's going to be dealing double damage to all of these enemies.
He's doing 3 damage per sword slash with a level 1 power ring. Whereas someone is doing 2 damage because it's a level 2 power ring, but also takes double damage. Alright, and then there's the switch hook. And there's Varan down.
Yeah, I think that Varan here just takes one hit per cycle, so you really can't make it go any faster.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it only takes 3 hits. Definitely doesn't take, what? Definitely doesn't take 8. Meanwhile, just watching Zenek, I guess Zenek is working his way over to his level 2 sword.
Nope, Zenek has the touching book right now.
Oh, so he needs to find Maple.
Yes. I think right now Zenek is just focused on exploring parts of the map that aren't filled in yet.
That's fair. There's a piece of heart right there. And then there's the moosh issue. You can't jump over water. Paralytic fear. Garbage animal.
Yeah, there's a reason why after The Legend of Zelda Oracle's games, Moosh gave up on his adventuring and he went on to just sell toilet paper for Charmin.
Yeah. Although I think it's a red bear right now.
Is it? I thought they were blue.
They were blue, but I don't know. The ads are like always the same or different, but I think currently it's a red bear mascot.
So Nighty has defeated Varan. Looks like Hopscotch has made it to Ambi's palace.
Oh, some old witch has spooked Nighty. Who's that? Well, we'll probably figure that out. Ah, Lord Jabu Jabu.
This is kind of disappointing for Zenek. If he'd just go on to the next plot point, he'd get an item that would make this exploration so much faster. Especially because he's going to do all this and then he's going to get the next harp, and then it's going to unlock a bunch of areas that he could have just picked up while he was doing this walkabout.
Yeah, well, I mean, he still wants Maple, so he'll have to redo this anyway. And there's Maple.
I think the windfish is bigger because the windfish is as big as the windfish wants to be.
Yeah, the windfish is the fish god. It's a god of something.
It's the god of dreams?
Maybe, I don't know. It's confusing. It's a very powerful. There are several powerful flying whales in the Zelda universe. There's Oshus, which is the god of the ocean. There's the windfish, and there's I don't remember the name of the whale from Skyward Sword.
Yeah, the
who teaches you how to play the main theme song. You can't. What are you trying to do? We're trying to do someone. The seas are sick. Whoop whoop.
Some brilliant dialogue here.
Yeah, so Nighty is probably gonna learn right here what the upgraded switch hook is gonna be. Yeah, longer hook. Hopscotch getting bullied by the guards.
Alright, so now we're gonna see if Hopscotch can figure out Varan's weakness.
Knows to use the switch hook. I don't know why.
Yeah, you can't use your sword against Nehru because you'll just injure your friend here.
Yeah, you'll just kill her, and like your entire quest is to not do that. It's to to save her. Okay, well that works, I guess. Hopscotch not using the seed shooter, just walking up and dropping the mystery seed right on her.
Why not? Zenik got the sea ukulele. I think Zenik knows where to take it.
Zenik has met the old Zora.
Yeah, it looks like Zenik's on the right path.
Hopscotch is making this so hard on himself. I think this is the final hit, though. It's just really silly. What are you doing? Hopscotch has a seed gun, just refuses to use it.
Yeah, I think someone has played this a long time ago.
Yeah, that's what they mentioned.
Zenik Reverie talking to the old Zora, who is actually secretly Plock in disguise.
Oh, and Hopscotch wastes his potion because he walks into Varen.
Ooh, that's gonna be ugly, because he's gonna need to collect some more money to buy that potion.
Tonight he's just trying to navigate the seas here. It's a bit complex.
So Zenik is really unhappy with how this trading quest has gone. Finally gets this sword, and it's freaking busted.
It's a little upsetting. Yes, you gotta get rid of the filthy seawater.
So someone gets the library key here, and this to me is the most inexplicable part of this entire game. More so than anything else in this game or in the Zelda series.
Where are you going, someone?
I don't know. Oh, they're gonna go buy another potion.
No, someone already used the potion.
Yeah, and he's gonna go buy another one.
Oh, okay.
Zenik Reverie is gonna go buy a potion. Which might be a sign that Zenik is done farting around and that he wants to get back on track to finish the game.
Okay, so Nutty approaching Zora's village. It's just to the left. And is there.
Oh, Zenik gets a free potion here. Zenik probably was not expecting that.
Nope, that... I mean, he had the money. But... that's a good day. But yeah, so we're just gonna see Nighty move around, talk to all the Zoras, probably.
Totally
they need the Zora emblem of heroism. Oh, and realizing you can't travel back in time in the graveyard because of a strong, powerful force.
Yep. So I think that really threw off Zenik. He was planning to buy that potion, and suddenly it just dropped into his lap.
Yeah.
What is that?
Well, there's no Pegasus seeds there for someone, but now they are. That's the Deku Forest. That's not the right timeline.
Wonder if Zenik is... maybe Zenik just remembered Patch?
Seems like it. Although this is a little bit more annoying for Zenik just on the basis that he can't warp freely. Because he doesn't have Ricky. It's the only part of the game that would make Ricky easier is having the Ages, the Song of Ages.
Right, because then you can use Ricky to jump up to that little ledge, and then you can teleport back in time, and you're good to go.
Yeah. The Song of Ages still makes this very quick. Now he finds a big old whale. And yeah, so Zenik, everybody's gonna have level 2 sword now, apparently. Except for someone who didn't go do it.
Yeah, I'm not sure where someone is in the trade sequence.
I think they have the ore, but they haven't talked to Rafton.
So here is someone. Someone got the key to the library, got it in the present, traveled back in time to the past. Of course, the key to unlock this door is just like in this random block that's several feet away from the library. Open the door and you walk in, and there's just a bunch of dudes like browsing the library here.
Yeah, it's implied it's a secret like monk order.
So, you know, you use this key to open this door to get in here, and then all these dudes are in there. It's like none of them could have bothered to open the door to let you in.
Not a single one. So, they're looking for a book, and I believe I think you need the first book, but I don't remember.
You do.
You might not.
Yeah, I think the way it's set up...
Yeah, you need the first book.
Because every time you read a book, it changes which path is available.
Yeah, it's like this is not the same puzzle, so someone's got to find that book.
Where on earth could this possibly be? So someone steps out the door, immediately travels to the future, and the door was locked in the present, but now the door is open.
Which, that makes sense.
So it implies that nobody ever bothered to lock this door ever again. So this is another one of these bootstrap paradoxes where, you know, the fairy powder used to be there, you've already picked it up, that there's a book here that you need to pick up this book and take it back in time to leave it behind so that it's still here in the present.
Yeah, I mean, this one still could be, that someone else had taken it, like, when the monks moved out, they took it. And that fairy powder is very important.
So it looks like Hopscotch is playing this minigame to collect some money. But it's going to be disappointed to find that its prize is just a Gasha seed. That's not what Hops wanted. Hops was looking for some money.
No, it's better if he just digs holes and fights stuff, I think.
Yeah, I think somebody mentioned that before. That the best way you do it is just find a big old screen. And you dig every single tile up, because sometimes you'll get a 200 rupee or a 100 rupee dig.
Yep. Now we're just doing some directions.
So which do you rank higher? Do you rank this puzzle, or do you rank the Signpost Maze in Link's Awakening?
This puzzle is better because the Signpost Maze is a lot of effort.
Yeah.
But the Signpost Maze actually requires you to remember stuff. With the Cane of Samaria, you don't have to remember anything. Yeah, because it's possible, like, when that guy died, he just took it with him. And that was the only fairy powder.
So, like, do you think that guy just stands there all day, or do you think, like, he takes a lunch break and there's somebody else who swaps out for
I don't know,
him?
he's a secret or a monks. He does whatever he wants. Whoop whoop. Zenek, just go back in time. You have the technology.
I think he was looking for a moment to see if he might have found the only place where having Moosh might have saved him a moment, but it wouldn't. It didn't.
No. You have to make the water go on the other side. That's true. Yeah, so the ocean Zoras are not the same as the Vulgar River Zoras. Those are the ones that attack you. That's the lore. I think Lake Zoras also count as ocean Zoras. It's very complicated. Meanwhile, someone is curing the water.
Yep, those magic fairy sparkles are fixing everything. I'm feeling really bad for Hopscotch right now, having done everything right and then messed it up on the fight with Nehru.
He didn't do everything right. He forgot he had a seed shooter. He didn't have to take that combat damage.
Oh, I think someone has the ring that gives you double rupees. Hopscotch might not.
Yeah, the Red Joy ring is what I know someone has.
Yeah, that would make this a lot easier, because of course double rupees means half as much grinding. Although I'm starting to get some flashbacks here, like some PTSD style flashbacks of playing Oracle of Seasons and spending hours digging around in the underground for ore chunks.
Yeah, but that was usually for something unrelated and or stupid.
Yeah,
you never really needed to do that, other than one time in particular.
I think at one point I was trying to get all rings, and it might have been I think there's like a ring that you get for like collecting 20,000 rupees or something stupid.
The best ring is the sign ring.
The sign ring, yep, I remember the sign ring.
That takes some time to get.
It's not too bad. If you have I think the level 2 sword will break a sign by slashing it. And if you find a
but you still gotta destroy 100 of them.
Yeah, but you just find a screen transition right next to a sign, and it doesn't take that long.
Well, yeah, it's right outside the guy's place, but you get the fake soft reset.
Yeah, that's the sign ring jump scare is pretty phenomenal.
I don't think anybody playing this game is gonna end up doing that. All he's gotta do is find King Zora and talk to him, but he hasn't yet. I don't think. Somehow.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Nighty might just be poking around here. There's a lot of areas to explore first.
Yeah. Okay. Wait. No. Alright. Has the key. That key lasts forever. They built it against the ocean. It makes sense.
What is Zenek doing? Zenek lost out on Maple. Maybe he thought that Maple would reappear if he...
Yeah, he doesn't need Maple anymore.
Yeah, but you still want to visit Maple and get a free ring or something. So at some point, someone has made it into dungeon number 7 here. It's Jabu Jabu's Belly, because Nintendo's really good at coming up with original concepts for dungeons.
Yeah, but this one doesn't. It's not all fleshy. It's still filled with jellyfish, but yeah.
Well, it is fleshy. Look at these walls. The walls are pulsating.
Yeah, but the floors are not just goo. So yeah, there's 3 items you can use underwater: the seed shooter, the switch hook, and your sword. That's it.
I mean, you don't really need any more items than that.
Not really. Although, I don't know... Fire doesn't do as much damage underwater. Fire goes out, obviously. And this is the one room that you need the long hook for.
Hopscotch is back in the Deku Path.
Yeah, looking for something. Unless it's just headed to the tree and took this way rather than the very direct way of walking.
Oh, I think Hops is just looking for money. I think he's wandering aimlessly.
Yeah, that'll do it.
if he went back in time and he did the past version of the Deku Path, there is a 50 rupee that I know that pretty much all the players missed.
And someone's just going through more Jabu Jabu's Belly.
Yeah, there's no fishing minigame in this Zelda game, which is one of the reasons why it's one of the bad Zelda games. But you do get to go into 2D mode, at least, and swim around with the fish.
Zenik, why are you going to the future? Patch is right there.
There's one tile on Zenik's map that is not filled in, and he desperately wanted to fill it in. And now it's filled in, and he feels better. And hopefully he goes.
So he's
to
gonna
patch.
feel really. No, wait, Zenik, no, go back.
He's double checking. He found this tile, and he's like, "Why is it so hard to get here? There's literally nothing here." Now, hopefully he goes into patch. There's still some tiles he wants to clear off.
Hold up, please. You have the thing.
Yeah.
Get the level 2 sword. Don't miss it like this.
Yeah, Zenik right now is struggling a bit. Has not gotten the Song of Ages yet from Nehru.
Yeah, so Zenik's gonna be really disappointed. Because, okay, first off, you gotta talk to Pat. But, you can't, if you play Ages into Seasons, you can't, without cheating, get 100% map completion. There are 4 tiles you can't visit.
Yeah, they changed the layout of the ocean between the 2 games.
Yeah, it's the pirate ship that's there in the future is, or in the past is there in the future instead, because it lines up with, you know, how things end up working.
Zenik's getting cornered. Nope. Zenik got greedy. Oh, okay. That was going to be sad if Hopscotch dunked that 100 rupee into the water.
Why face the water, Hopscotch? There must be any number of places that are better to dig than a place where your money could just die. Like, absolutely anywhere that's not this.
The screen's not too bad, just as long as he's not digging.
Yeah, this one's better.
Yeah, and Hops is paying attention. That almost losing that bloopy, I think, put the fear of God into him, and Hops is going to definitely dig away from the water. Alright, Zenix's got this under control now.
Yeah, I mean, the easiest way to do it is to just run straight up to the pit, fall in, and then they all line up perfectly for you. As Nighty is curing the oceans, I'm not sure where someone's going.
Someone left the dungeon. Yeah, I have no idea what someone's doing now.
Like, why did they leave the dungeon? What were they out of?
I don't know. Well, they're going back in now. Maybe they ran out of bombs or something?
Well, you can't use bombs for like 90% of this dungeon. This is definitely a weird dungeon because it really restricts the items that you can use that are available. And I would say this is probably almost certainly the worst dungeon in this game.
I don't know. I don't know about that. The next dungeon...
No, that's not true. Crown Dungeon's pretty bad.
I mean, the next dungeon also, I could see players getting frustrated by it.
I mean, the music is much better in the next dungeon, and the gimmick, while complicated, isn't because you can't do anything, it's because you can do everything. So I feel like the feel in this dungeon is that you're choked for options, but not the case the other way around. Like, someone's just not realizing or forgetting, oh, you need the longer hook so you can actually get that block out.
I think Zenix's finally going to get a hint. Wait, no. Zenix's going to go visit Baby Alpha, see how Baby Alpha's doing.
How am I doing, Zenik?
Alright, you're going to get sung to sleep now.
Nice.
Nighty just opening up the entrance to Dungeon 7.
Hopscotch, where are you going? What happened to all of your money? Did you buy the potion?
I sincerely hope that Hopscotch bought it. And not that Hopscotch reset the game. Also, it looks like Hopscotch went back and talked to Tingle at some point and got the upgraded Seed Satchel.
It's very good. Yeah, so there is a puzzle to this room. I believe it's you have to block their sight. I don't remember where you get that hint.
I think it's just... I think you're supposed to just realize that 3 of the statues are in the right... 3 of the blocks are in the right spot, and you just mirror the last one. Nighty is going for the total destruction bonus here.
Yeah, like, something tells you how to solve this room, and I don't know if you can do it, with the water level where it is.
Yeah, at this point, Zenik has explored literally all of the ocean he is capable of exploring. Ages ago, nearly an hour ago, he saw Ralph in front of Ambi's palace. Hopefully he remembers that, because usually when you spot Ralph, that's a pretty good sign that you have just wandered onto a plot mandatory tile.
Oh.
Bless you.
Okay, so Zenek goes and buys the expanded ring. That's probably fine.
And we'll almost certainly immediately go to Vasu Jewelers to fill up those rings.
Yeah, so a lot of these puzzles in Jabu Jabu's Belly aren't immediately obvious because you need the level 2 hook and things get kind of confusing. Wait, why did you jump down? You could have switch hooked over to that chest, which I think contains either a gaseous seed, but you still could have done.
Yeah, so the Jabu Jabu's Belly, it's, as people have pointed out, it's really literally the water palace from Ocarina of Time, that there are 3 different water levels, and that a lot of the dungeon involves wandering around, finding items that you can get at each water level, and eventually getting your hands on the level 2 switch hook, in which case then you gotta do it all again.
Yeah, I think someone's getting close-ish, but the water level needs to be higher for the room that they're in to get anything there. Like, it's this whole area is kind of a little bit of a bait.
I wonder if Maurice was here for last week's goal, because last week's goal, one of the areas was literally just a dungeon filled with about 8 different minigames, and they had to play all 8 minigames to progress.
Maybe they're still playing it, and that's why they're not here right now. Maurice, all you gotta do is beat the game and be ready for the next game. But yeah, you need that golden island because you have to get that chest. I'm pretty sure that might not just be a gaseous seed. Gaseous seed? I don't know which.
Maurice got lost after Dungeon 3. Dungeon 3 was Symmetry City.
Yeah.
Where do you go
I
after
get lost
that?
in Symmetry City.
Zenek slashes the crap out of Baby Alpha. He's sick of Alpha's shit. As we all are.
Damn. He's just traveling around, man.
I get the feeling like Zenek might be in a I don't know where to go next sort of a mode. This is the kind of behavior you see when a player doesn't really know where they're going and their faith in living is starting to wane.
I just forgot Ralph, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, if
they go talk to the tree will tell them where to go.
For a moment, it seemed like Zenek was going to do that. Like, almost went to talk to the tree and then sort of, I don't know. Unless, like, somewhere in the back of Zenek's mind, he remembers seeing Ralph somewhere and he's forgotten.
I can applaud Nighty trying to switch hook that, but it's just never going to work.
I think also Zenek realizes that he's out of rupees, and that he kind of wanted 20 rupees to appraise this ring that he got.
Yeah, just go back in time. Go to the place. You can talk to either tree.
Yeah, the one in the past doesn't give you as good of a hint. The one in the past just says, go rescue Nehru, whereas the one in the present says, go to Ambi's palace. Yeah, Zenek's still convinced that it's somewhere here in the ocean, and that's right, but there's a step he's missing.
Yeah.
I probably should have put it in the paste bin what the hint was.
And what Nighty's forgetting or missing, I believe, is just press B on yellow tiles. So this is a dumb mini-boss.
Yeah.
Pretty sure it's weak to scent seeds, but guess someone's not gonna...
Do you think that this is like some kind of insider joke about the angler
Almost
boss
certainly.
from Link's Awakening?
It is called the Anglerfish as well.
Now, someone is one of the players who has not yet gotten the level 2 sword, so this boss is going to take more hits than it is for to someone.
I think someone has equipped the level 2 power ring, but I'm not sure.
It'll help a little.
No, he doesn't have it on. That would have done a full heart of damage if it was.
Yeah, I think someone
it's
has
dropping
been...
scent seeds. That must be a hint. Gets the fight down, though. And Nighty finally figures out the puzzle. I literally don't remember. I think there must be an owl that tells you to block all their eyeballs.
Oh, Zenik went back and talked to Tingle and got the upgraded seed satchel.
Well, that's always a good thing to get.
But unfortunately, that doesn't get Zenik any closer to figuring out where to progress.
There's a whole progress tree. Quite literally.
Zenik
All
is
right.
really upset that he's sitting at 7 rupees and that he can't identify this ring he's carrying around.
Yeah, so those markings on the floor are just to denote where those switch hook blocks are. That's it. That's their whole purpose for existing. Oh, and he got the Monster Slayer's ring.
Yep, that's one of the rings in the game that does literally nothing. You just get it as a sort of an achievement.
Power ring level 1. That might be a ring you want there.
Yeah, that heart ring is pretty nice. Recover lost hearts.
Sword beams at -2.
That's nice.
Sort of neat.
Yeah, Zenik's got a couple of nice rings here that would be useful to carry around.
I see the Zora ring, but I don't remember if there really being too many Zoras. Like, River Zoras showing up in this game. And someone is going to drain all the water out.
Zenik not taking the level 2 red ring. Zenik is really, really committed to this Gasha ring. And the friendship ring does nothing. It's another one of those achievement rings. Yeah, I'm kind of curious what's going through Zenik's head right now that he's with his ring choices.
Someone gets a ring.
Oh, Zenik's getting closer. He's getting warmer. Does he go up? He's gonna go up. Oh, he's gonna go left. Is he gonna go up? He's going up.
There we go. He has found the progress.
There we go. Zenik back on track, finally. And then he tries to murder one of the guards here.
Yeah, you can only do that inside. Outside, it's illegal. Inside, it's fine.
Fair game.
Yeah. And, you know, the one thing Hopscotch is going to be able to do that other people won't is, because he has the boomerang, he can turn the sparks into parries.
That'll be useful, yeah.
And he can kill anti-fairies, so it's neat.
Zenek giving way too much respect for the stealth segment than it deserves.
Yeah, you don't have to play like most of it. You just go. And this is a puzzle you can't solve yet. You need.
Yeah, this dungeon does a lot of the you can't solve this puzzle yet. Go back to searching for the dungeon item.
Yeah. You need the long hook. Which, in my head, I'm wondering whether or not people have worked out that is what they're going to be getting, because the second you can't reach things, I feel like that should be where your brain goes.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious. I feel like that's one of the more disappointing parts of a Zelda game, when you realize that the item that you're going to get in that dungeon is just like the item you already have, but it reaches further. That's a really kind of a disappointing part.
There's a couple of them that are just like, oh, this interacts in a way I didn't expect it to. Like, I knew I was gonna need an item that was gonna do X, and like, for example, the double claw shot, like that's a unique item.
Yeah, that's a little more interesting because it lets you move in a new way.
Yeah, it's like, well, like I can't reach this, and it's just different. Like you don't expect it.
Somebody should make like a Twilight Princess Kaizo hack where you just keep getting the claw shot. It's like, you got a third claw shot. Oh, you got a fourth claw shot.
Meanwhile, what is it? Majora's Mask and Link Between Worlds. A dungeon item doesn't really matter that much. You don't usually need it.
Yeah, Link Between Worlds is an interesting one.
It wasn't. It's like it was fine, but I wasn't the biggest fan.
So Zenek picking up pretty early on here that getting seen by the guards doesn't really matter that much, which that's pretty good because it means that he probably won't spend as much effort trying to avoid the guards.
He did spend all of his money, so hopefully he doesn't lose his potion to Varen.
That would be pretty disappointing if that happened.
Meanwhile, Nighty and someone are kind of very close to the same progress, just because neither of them have level 2 switch hook.
Now the chat has me thinking, wasn't there a Link's Awakening hack where it was like you kept finding the hook shot in chests or something stupid like that?
Well, there is Cravone's ROM hack where the entirety of D4 you're looking for a small key, and I think all of the chests he put in every room is just 200 rupees. And it just says joy every single time. There also is in one of the randomizers, if you get lucky, you can get like a level 5 shield by finding the shield in the 5 chest room, because all the boxes are the same.
Alright, is Zenek
Can't
paying
do that
attention?
with bracelet, unfortunately.
Is Zenek paying attention to all these mystery seeds he found?
Hopefully. Ambi is amazed at Zenek.
Zenek is just going to murder the shit out of Nehru and make sure that this adventure never happens.
Well, the Iron Shield can block the balls. That's something that nobody's done. They equipped the Friendship Ring.
Yeah, now he's going to be friends with Nehru.
I guess didn't notice the Seed Shooter.
Well, you got a bunch of seeds in the previous room. Hopefully that's what Zenik picks up on.
Whoop whoop.
Sword's just not doing it. He might have something in his mind like this is the obligatory Zelda volleyball boss.
Yeah, like, okay, so you shouldn't... Yeah, like, this isn't working. You don't necessarily have the shield. You're gonna lose your potion. That's gonna be really bad.
Yeah, this is gonna be ugly if Zenik loses his potion.
Now, he sees the door open. Does he walk through it?
Maurice says this probably came out before Ocarina of Time, right? No, this came way after Ocarina of Time.
I like this idea. This was like came out like a week after the Game Boy Advance. Like, trying everything. He can leave the room and hasn't realized it yet. Dying to your own bomb like that would be sad. Kane of Samaria.
Yep, there's Zenik's potion gone. Back to murdering the shit out of Nehru.
Well, Knightley is fighting the Anglerfish.
Yeah, Knighty's got a level 2 sword here, so it's going to be dealing a lot of damage.
A level 2 sword and the power ring level 1 on.
Zenik is going to try to ease through this fight by just doing bump damage. Zenik still hasn't tried any of the seeds.
The seed shooter is an item.
Zenik is committed to slashing Nehru until she dies.
Yeah, so that didn't work. Meanwhile, Lady is swimming along.
Maurice asks, "Why do they need the potion? When you get to the Zora village, in the past, the Zora King is sick and he's dying. You have to give him the potion so that he'll be alive in the present to give you the key."
Yeah, it makes him hardy enough to survive the oceans that Varen has poisoned via industrial waste, I assume. Yeah, 90 just trying to figure out where he's supposed to go.
Oh, Zenik just equipped the seed shooter and the mystery seeds. Maybe it just clicked.
That, or just smashed B on the seed shooter, because Mystery Seed's is the last one they had on there. I didn't see if they swapped.
No, it was definitely a swap. And then Zenik hits Varan with the seed shooter, and she says, Nana, as long as I have my bottle, you can't hurt me.
As long as I have my bottle. Unfortunately, she has her bottle. This is such a weird fight, this like whole thing.
There we go, Zenit gets a hit off, now knows exactly how the fight works.
It was a bit rough with the, if at first you don't succeed, continue doing the things that aren't successful.
I mean, he really just wanted to kill Nehru. He wanted to... his logic is, if Nehru is dead, then none of this shit can happen in the first place.
Well, no, because she would be, like, so... It's complicated, because time is frozen, but still moving forward at the same rate. Like, you're only statically subtracting seconds from your current time. when you warp. There's a lot of oddities going on in this time travel scenario. Meanwhile, Nighty is desperately trying to find a level 2 switch hook. It's somewhere in this dungeon.
Alright, Hopscotch is on the Memorize the Steps puzzle.
And can't quite do it.
I mean, it is a lot of numbers to remember.
This one you can just jump over, like the pit. You just have to hold up and then jump after 2. You can also use the Cane of Samaria to make this easier. Game tries to teach you that beforehand, but it's easy to forget. And someone just deciding, Nighty's doing this puzzle and someone's just like, nah, I'm just gonna take the damage.
And Zenek picks up the third song for the harp, which is, of course, the rock and roll tune, Rock of Ages. Keeps on rolling, rock and
Tune
rollin'.
of time. You fool.
Zenek saved the girl after he murdered her horribly.
Now he's gotta save another girl.
No, next Zenek is going to start having to collect some money.
That's also true. That he's back to the Anglerfish. Has the key now, and I believe has his level 2 switch hook, the long switch. There's a lot you can do with this long switch, basically everything in the whole dungeon. Nighty was thinking, and gives up on this idea.
Yeah, even once you have the level 2 switch hook, you still have to explore the dungeon another 3 times around because you have to explore it in all the different water levels.
Mm-hmm. You basically walk through every room of this dungeon a lot.
Oh, you can't teleport off of the tree, Zenek realizes.
Yeah, it's too high up. Yeah, that's kind of how this dungeon works. Until you remember, oh, then there, someone finds the path they were looking for, I'm pretty sure. This dungeon does suck. Oh, there's a curious flower in the way. How do you defeat flowers in this game?
And of course, now
There
that
you
Zenek has his new harp, the first thing he's going to do is he's going to once again try to get these 2 map tiles that he previously missed. As we mentioned before, Zenek is going to be in for a rude awakening when he realizes that you cannot 100% clear all the map tiles if you play Oracle of Ages first.
Yep, it's the worst part about playing in this order. And I know, I tried for several hours to figure out if there's any way. If there's any way I could, like, inch and teleport. The answer is no, you cannot. Nighty getting that key. I think Nighty's relative progress appears to be a little bit faster.
Yeah, Nighty is just clearing out these last couple of chests now.
It's like, okay, I gotta go over this. Moving with a lot more purpose. Yeah, so you gotta raise the water level a little bit higher here. Yeah. This dungeon's just the absolute worst. So I think Nighty realizes this key. It's only one small key behind someone after getting this. However, does need to lower the water level to get this one. And so he's going to be very disappointed, but will understand the puzzle probably immediately.
And to remind everybody, it's a water dungeon. You cannot bin it. You have to flush it. What is Zenek? Zenek is confused about something, and I'm not certain what.
I'm not sure.
Putting the discovery ring back on, Zenek absolutely, positively wants 100% all of the Gasha seeds. I think there was something about the more Gasha trees that you plant, the better the items you get from the Mar.
I think it, like, depending on what you got the last time, it, like, skews the RNG for you, so you'll eventually get the heart piece from it. Like, it's like on average, you get it by, you know, halfway through the game or something like that. There's a lot of math. Okay, so which one is Nighty gonna do first? Is he gonna lower the water level? Or is he going to raise the water level by 1? color reflects weakness. That is the hint someone has gotten. Wonder what that's referring to. It's pretty simple. This boss is
This was probably the easiest boss in the game.
Yeah. So, as you can see, it switches and it changes color.
Well, it's the easiest boss in the game once you figure out what the hell's going on.
Yeah, once you stop trying to do anything with it.
Yeah, all you do is get out your switch hook,
yeah.
wait until it
You
shoots
just
the
switch hook and
butt.
switch.
Wait until it shoots the thing, and then hit it. There we go, easy.
If you touch it, interact with this guy, that's what switches the color. The Ages bosses are absolute pushovers. Outside of the final boss, which is fairly tricky, although I think is less dangerous than Onyx.
Yeah, Onyx is a little bit tricky because he's got a whole Mega Man 2 riding on his hands sort of deal going on.
Yeah.
Alright, so Zenik has got to be feeling a lot better now that he has finally, at long last, gotten that little Deku Nut spot that was in that corner that he found back in the first goal, and he has only just now been able to enter. Someone finishing in first place with an SRL time of 1 hour, 32 minutes, and 28 seconds.
Oh, but the Black Tower has reached the heavens for someone.
It has. So he is in a hurry. He's got to find that final essence.
I don't think anybody plays Ages Randomizer. People play Seasons Randomizer, but Ages Randomizer is insane. Or, like, also, it's really hard to randomize because of how you get locked out of places.
Yeah, it's one of those... a big issue with Zelda games is that A Link to the Past randomizer was the first super popular one. And it's just... A Link to the Past is just... It's structured in such a way that you can find items in so many different ways. So, yeah. It's, you know, people are like, oh, well, let's do it again because it was so much fun the first time. But the other Zelda games are really not well structured for it.
Yeah, like, at least for the, just the simplicity of just randomizing items, like, or, like, I'll use Link's Awakening. I think that unless you do entrance randomizer, it doesn't really work super well. Yeah, the later Zelda games are just, they're so locked behind particular item solving puzzles that you really, you can't really escape that progression. Yeah. And then a lot of the 3D Zeldas and later, it's so much story progression tied in that it makes it even more complex. Yeah, I mean, there's Majora's Mask randomizer probably, but that just sounds awful because you're just doing side quests until you find the maybe one mask you need. Yeah. That I'm just thinking about that, and like I hope no one's made that because that sounds like it's terrible. Oh, it definitely exists. Ocarina of Time is, like, just heavily glitched, or, like, it's like, hey, you have this item, do you know how to beat the boss with this item? Because you can do the adult sections, kind of, in any order, depending on what you have. Yeah, Ocarina of Time is a lot of, do you have the glitches to make it interesting? But it's like, some of them, it's just like, for ages, it's like, well, unless you have this item, you're locked out of everything. For almost all of it. For Seasons, the map is a lot more open. like, your overworld movement items mean a lot more, so while 1 or 2 items might not be there, you know, the second you get the flippers or something like that, you have access to, like, all these other additional checks, and while the beginnings may be the same, where you end up. So Seasons is probably has a pretty solid one, but there's so much that you can do. I've heard that it's a wild, wild ride. Done 90s. Pretty close. See, they used all their keys. They get all 3? I wasn't paying attention. Oh, nope, they need that last one. So they gotta bring the water all the way to the top. Which they have just done. Meanwhile, Hopscotch is swimming around this dungeon. Don't know where in the dungeon he is, but he's somewhere.
I don't know what Zenik is doing. He, for some reason, maybe he brain farted and he just didn't even think that he could use the harp on that little island with the fishing hut.
I'm not sure.
That, or he's absolutely determined to get into the middle of this section of whirlpools, and I'm sorry, so sorry, Zenik, but you're going to be really heartbroken if that's what you've got your heart set on, this goal.
Yep, is looking all around the Sea of Storms, and it's just, there's no way in.
If you want to know where the level 2 sword is, someone, you might try reading the pay spin for the first goal, because we spoiled that in the very first pay spin. Oh no, Zenik's leaving the ocean.
Maybe he's gonna go talk to the tree now.
I mean, the tree is just going to tell him it's in a fish.
Yeah. Just really wants to get into the Sea of Storms, and you can't.
Yeah, Zenik is getting cold. Super cold here.
Eddie's getting very close to the door he wants to go through. He's trying to remember if it's up or down. It's left.
Oh, here. Alright, so this was worth Zenik's time. Zenik got a free potion.
Yeah, suspiciously saving him again. And now he gets that last key that he didn't have. He used one of the 3 keys already. Now he just has to work his way to the big key. It's so silly to me that you can just jump down as a fish. Like, why can't you just swim? So this is one place where the long hook is very helpful. You can use that to open that door to the right. Okay, he's gotta go. He's gotta reset the room. I think he knows this. Hopefully. Yes. Why'd you fail?
Maybe just doesn't care.
Oh, there's the warp. That's what he realized. The warp is right there. That takes him exactly to where he was trying to get to anyway. Nighty wants to go up, so he needs to take that area on the right.
Now what is Zenith doing?
Well, that was a detour for Nighty to do the same thing, but okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure where Zenik is, other than maybe Zenik is just totally lost. Gonna go chat with Nehru, see if Nehru has anything useful. And Nehru has absolutely jack crap to give you hints.
Nothing. Nighty has all these keys. He's used one. Does he remember where the last one's used? I think he does.
Oh, I think Zenik wants to play more dancing minigames.
You're traveling across a plane you do not know. I think that's a reference to the next game.
Yeah, I think at this point it's you don't get any more hints from these guys.
And hey, look, there's your boss key.
Well, maybe that'll lead Zenik into thinking that there's only one place in the present that he hasn't visited, and that's where he needs to go next. Except for
And
he's
the whole
gonna
bottom left of the map.
Nah, he's gonna dump all his money into the rings.
Let's see if Zenik gets lucky.
Nope, he gets the Slayer's ring. Literally does nothing. So I think Nighty has everything. I think he just needs to get to the boss door.
Yep, he's just swimming there right now. Or, well, he's hoping he's swimming there right now, but he's got to get up there. I respect the check there. But I think he's just got to follow the wall that's in this room all the way around. And okay, he sees it. With the water level that high, he can rise up on that left-hand side, so he'll be able to get there.
Yep, he figures it out.
There we go. Nighty is moving on to the boss in a minute. Can't use that. That's not the siege shooter. Color, reflex, weakness. Two fairies and a mystery seed drop.
Alright, Nighty's turn to take on the boss.
Yeah, I'm curious. Will Nighty just defeat the boss? Switching to the armor ring immediately. And is going to try and play ping pong, but that doesn't quite work. He did get a mystery seed drop. And nope, its color changed again. He's thinking about the switch hook. But yeah, he did get a mystery seed drop, so I'm not surprised he switched to that.
Yeah, poor Zenik, he's super lost right now. He needs to go back to that fishing hut that the lady mentions was drifting, and he just needs to travel through time. That'll get him there. And I think it doesn't help as well that Zenik, in the back of his mind, knows he's carrying around 2 unidentified rings, and it's just burning with curiosity what they are.
The ring of tangible progress is not what they are.
I mean, he might be thinking that that's something like, shoot, I found this ring, and probably this ring is the critical item that I absolutely need in order to move on with the game.
And there we go. Nighty defeats the boss. Nighty's done with the goal.
Nighty finishing in second place with an SRL time of 1 hour, 47 minutes, and 48 seconds.
Meanwhile, Hopscotch is looking for bobbable walls inside of Jabu Jabu.
I mean, since they're flesh, shouldn't you be able to bomb them all?
Yeah, but what if it just, like, regenerates quickly? Super regenerating fish.
That could be a thing. You've played the Master Quest version of Ocarina of Time, right?
I've played some of it. I never finished all of it.
Did you play Jabu Jabu's Belly?
Yeah.
Where it's, for whatever reason, there's a bunch of cows embedded in the walls that you have to shoot the cows to open doors.
I don't think I got to that part, but maybe I need to go play that. That sounds hilarious.
Oh, Zenik really wanted those rupees. So Nighty is watching Varan causing chaos throughout the realm, transforms all these rabbits into statues mid-hop. So just a reminder where we are in the race, folks. Someone and Nighty have managed to finish today's goal. We now have Hopscotch and Zenik playing. For some reason, I can't get Hopscotch to pop up here on the other side. Alright, let's see if I can make this work. So Nighty and someone have completed the goal. We have Hopscotch and Zenik Reverie are trying to play this out.
Zenik is insanely lost. Hopscotch has to solve this puzzle.
Why does Hopscotch's stream not show up?
Or maybe Hopscotch doesn't solve the puzzle. I didn't hear the new feature of the compass.
I don't know why Hopscotch won't show up on this. Let's let's go back to the four-way mode. For some reason, Hopscotch will not display on this screen. Unless I've typed him in wrong. Did I type him in wrong? Oh, that's it. Typoed the crap out of that. There we go. Now it makes more sense. Yeah, so Hopscotch is in the final dungeon of the goal. Just needs to find the Nightmare Key and find his way to the boss. Also needs to find the dungeon item, the level 2 switch hook. Zenik took the long way to get here. Zenik mentioned during the very first race that this is sort of a game that he would rather play as a casual playthrough, and so he's sort of maintained that sort of mentality as he's going through. He spent plenty of time at the beginning of this goal just scouring the overworld and trying to clear all of the map collection. And at this point, he's actually reached, he's explored as much as he can, but unfortunately, he's gotten himself into a bit of a bind. He has not been able to figure out where the mandatory progression is. So at this point, Zenik needs to travel out to the sea. The hint he's gotten is that the next essence is inside a fish, and you just got the mermaid suit, so that should be pretty strong clue to make your way to the ocean. Zenik did some exploration there, but I think he didn't quite think it through and realize that with his new harp he can travel back and forth through time, and that he needs to do that a bunch. So regretfully, Zenik here has not even begun his exploration of the ocean, let alone begun the next dungeon. So this is probably going to wind up taking him over 3 hours to complete this goal.
Yeah, Hopscotch has the key. You have to use the key on that door. There we go, Hopscotch. Push the big giant suspicious button, please.
He'll get around to it when he feels like it. So as we're waiting for our players to make their final progress here, we've got a couple other games that are coming up in the next week. This is the second to last goal for Oracle of Ages. Next week we will be playing the final dungeon and the finale of Oracle of Ages. So hopefully you folks will join us to see how that goes and watch our players victoriously defeat the evil sorceress of Shadows Varan and save the whole world forever, and then Link will never have to go on another adventure ever again. We will wind up playing Oracle of Seasons in the future, but before that happens, we're going to switch over, and after we finish up Oracle of Ages, we're going to be playing Blaster Master Blasting Again for the PlayStation 1 as our follow-up game to this. That's a light Metroidvania where you get to drive around a tank and shoot a bunch of aliens. It feels a lot like the original Blaster Master, but in 3D. So I think that one will be a lot of fun for everybody to try to play through. We also have a bonus race on Tuesday. That's only 2 days from now, in the evening at 8 o'clock Eastern, at 5 o'clock Pacific. We're going to play through a mystery Amiga game, and as soon as Hopscotch finishes this up, we'll reveal what that game's going to be. So if you're having trouble joining for these weekend matches for whatever reason, and you've got some time during the week, hopefully you'll join us. That'll be a short one-off race of a fun game that I have selected for everybody. So hopefully you will join us and see what's going on there.
Alright. Zenik is searching for treasure, and Hopscotch is just moving around.
Yeah, Zenik gave this guy some bombs and Seeds, unfortunately, the joke is on him.
This is another way to get up there. If he had the long hook, he could have swapped places with that Zol, I think. Got into the boss room a different way.
That could be interesting.
Yeah, the Zol just happened to spawn up top, which, yeah.
Yeah, Zenik turned over the those bombs and seeds to that Goron. Unfortunately, that Goron will not give you anything until the post-game.
Hopefully Hopscotch is mashing B, because he's just gotta go up again. Alright, Hopscotch has found progress, as long as he doesn't go down. Because it has a key, so we'll be grabbing level 2 switch hook very shortly. Oh boy. Hopscotch is scared by the fish.
Fish are kind of scary, though. There's a possibility Hopscotch has been watching Andy play Outer Wilds, and so he has a far above average fear of anglerfish than your average human being.
I guess Hopscotch also has a beam ring, because he can still shoot sword beams. Hopscotch thinking the sword beam did damage, but I think he actually has to slash it.
Zenik taking a long look at that map, trying to figure out where the heck he can still go.
Okay, Hopscotch, the first person to realize that because seeds fall out of the thing, you can do this. Thank you, Hopscotch! I'm so proud of Hopscotch right now. His boneheadedness for Vern has been forgiven. Because actually recognized that if the enemy's dropping ammunition, it probably means for you to use it.
You know, so Zenik talked to all these little animals, and they've got these throwaway lines about, oh, I wonder when Nehru is going to sing again. You know, I was thinking about this earlier today when I was playing some Ys 8, that there's a lot of lines like that in these games that you wander around, you know, and you've got this screen where it's got like 10 different monkeys on here. Somebody took the time to write a line of dialogue for every one of these little NPCs that, you know, about 75% of players are never going to bother talking to all those animals.
Yeah, I talk to every NPC when I play these games.
They're going to talk to, like, one of those monkeys, and then they're going to be like, I'm not talking to all of you guys. None of you guys have... Because you can recognize it a lot of time. You can recognize this is the NPC who is not going to have any useful dialogue. So, kudos to that person who wrote all of those lines of dialogue for these monkeys. That most people will forget about it, but we appreciate you. We appreciate what you've done. Zenek is trying to reach this this area that's opposite the graveyard. Not a bad strategy, but unfortunately there are no spots here where you can travel through time. Once Hopscotch has picked up the level 2 switch hook, his reward is he gets to explore the whole dungeon a second time, but this time solve all the switch hook puzzles. Yeah, Zenek is fixated here on trying to get to this other one. I think maybe in his mind he's written off the ocean as impossible to navigate. That was a fun little trip for Zenek there.
Okay. Hopscotch is being okay.
Yeah, Hopscotch is making some steady progress here.
Yeah. He was lost for like half an hour and then made a bunch of progress at once, and I'm a little worried. But...
Well, at this point, he's sort of in a cleanup mode, where it's set the water level to something, find as much as you can.
Yeah, what goes with the eyeball? What goes there, Zenek?
Yeah, this is. I hope that Zenek doesn't start getting fixated on this, because he's gonna lose a lot of time.
Just go left.
So what Zenek missed is that there's
He got another potion.
What Zenek missed is that there's the one island that the woman says it's drifting, and for whatever reason he didn't try to use his harp there. And unfortunately, that's the only island that you can use your harp to continue to make your way there. Yeah, he is absolutely flustered at this point. It's pretty evident. it's pretty evident he has no idea where he's going now. That in his mind, he's attempted to explore every area possible. He's tried to get down to the ocean, and so at this point, he's fixated on that 3x3 spot of land that he hasn't explored yet. He's probably also being thrown off by this green Goron who says you're traveling a plane, and I think that you're right, Alpha, that was just meant to be a reference to the next game. That isn't actually a hint for how to progress here.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's... It says the distant future, so, like, far away from now.
Well, but it says the distant future in the past, but in the present he just says you'll be exploring a plane. So that throws you off again. And that might be something that when they were translating it, just whatever, the guy was used to changing the dialogue to be everything that the old Goron says, you know, mentions the past.
Hopscotch is just kind of lost navigating the dungeon. Has to change the water level again.
Who is Zenix going to do the batter up game? This will get him a boomerang if he succeeds. For some reason, Hopscotch does not want to open that key block.
It's got nothing better to do with his keys. If he gives up, he can make the water level quite high. Really the goal here. There we go. That's a very important thing. I think Hopscotch might be able to go all the way around and get the key in the bottom straight down right now. No, he's got to raise the water level one more time. Hopefully he recognizes that the water level can go higher. Alright, looks like Hopscotch will be making progress here, because is going to get that next key.
Yeah, it throws you off a little bit because you've got the two different blue buttons, and you do have to push both of them in order to get the water level to the highest level.
Yeah. I think he's just got to find where that last key is.
Well, the good news is you can use your map and it gives you a lot of guidance.
Yeah, well, you know it's not. It can't really be straight, unless it is. Unless there's a small key after unlocking a door, but that'd be dumb. I really wonder what key Hopscotch is missing. Hopefully it's the, no, because I didn't think he had a chest on the bottom floor.
It could be that key at the very bottom that you have to swim and get the block out of the way. Yeah, it's definitely that one.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't see the chest down there.
Yep,
Which
that
is
would
why
be
I
it.
got confused.
So he's just gotta descend and find it.
Yeah, all he's gotta do is down. Like, go left. Oh yeah, no, this is where you need to be. He's going places. Very close to where he needs to be. Has the power of stairs. Can now just swim right over there. Can't go to the left, but you can just go down and then to the left. Yeah, I think maybe we should raid Zenik after Hopscotch finishes, cause
Yeah, Zenik's fallen pretty far behind here.
he's closer.
Oh, get a fairy out of a Gashanut? That's the worst thing you could get. Although I think Zenik really likes the Gashanuts more than the other players. Because he's very...
Oh, Gashanuts are great.
Yeah, he's dedicated to planting all of these and getting all of these items.
He has all these seeds, you know, might as well plant them.
Although, as somebody mentioned, there is one of the rings you collect increases the quality of the items you get out of it. So
Yes.
unfortunately, without that, that means Zenik isn't necessarily going to be getting the best possible results.
I think all that does is it may guarantee, like, you don't get single rupees or berries. Zenik just not going back to the bottom left. It's the only place you haven't really explored super heavily.
I think that he's, in his mind, he has totally written off the bottom left. That he thought he's explored every single possible avenue for getting in there. And I think in his mind, it has to be somewhere else. It can't just be in the water.
Okay, Hopscotch accidentally heading in the right direction based on what I can hear him say in his voice chat. He went down here and then found this room and he's like, oh, this is where I haven't done a thing yet. Yeah, the switch hook shenanigans are just mildly unfortunate because you usually have to switch your inventory like all the time with it. This is the last key that Hopscotch needs.
Zenik has some more money. I think he's gonna go back and he's going to immediately cash in his rings. No?
You gotta kill the flower, Hopscotch.
Alright, that's it. Hopscotch has got all the keys.
Hopscotch realizing the compass only tells him about chests and rooms, not drop key triggers, which is factual. That's been true basically always. Hopscotch gets fairy. It's just gotta make his way all the way back around to the right. And I think it's headed there right now. It's very close to getting that big key.
Alright, Zenix's moving in the right direction. Zenix's going in the ocean. This is good.
Yeah, so far so good.
Yeah, his motion is saying what the hell is going on. Alright, this is it. This is the right screen. Ah, here we do. He did it.
There
He's
we go.
done it.
The puzzle's been solved. Hopscotch went to the wrong area. But I think understands how he gets to the boss at the very least. All he's got to figure out now.
Well, he's got to make his way back first to pick up the nightmare key.
Yeah, is how to get to the nightmare key. I was gonna say the most unfortunate thing about this dungeon, you don't have to do any of this, you just swim. But, is that for this whole dungeon you basically only have one button.
Yeah, because when you're underwater, B is only surface or dive.
Yep. Passing by that will-o'-the-wisp right there. It's not an enemy they put a lot of enemies with curse.
Well, curse is also it's a tricky thing to handle. You could do it as as a temporary loss of your sword, but then it's just kind of annoying. You could go.
It's a lot more devastating in Zelda 1.
Yeah, in Zelda 1, where you have to find the blue spark to get your sword back, but then that's even more threatening.
Yeah, Hopscotch realizing level 2 sword lets you destroy pots in a single blow.
Zenik has typed into chat, Tang Pro.
Tang Pro.
I don't get it.
There we go.
I don't get it.
It's tangible progress.
Oh, alright, yeah, okay. Yeah, I get it.
Come on, Nico. Hopscotch, just go to the end. You know where it is already. I think he's looking for a way to fall down, but he can't. He's got to go up. No, 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 Hopscotch, no!
He's draining all that water out. He's done with us.
Well, Hopscotch has caused himself problems he doesn't realize he has. Although, if he does get a lucky Zol spawn, which he had the one time, I think he can still get to the boss, although that'll be curious. Because I think he could switch hook the Zol if it's up a ledge.
Yeah, you probably could. That seems like that's pretty unreliable.
Yeah, but it'll be interesting to see what happens. Like, does the boss work if there's no water in the room?
I don't know.
Well, we might find out. Hopscotch is trying to big brain his way through this.
Yeah, so Hopscotch really wants to be in this room when the water level's at the highest.
Yeah, it might be possible to enter the room with the water level up just one more, but... Zenik is in Zora Village.
Yeah, at this point now, you can see the enthusiasm in him again. Previously, he was wandering around sort of aimlessly, and there's a lot of telltale signs. We don't have we're not listening to the player's audio with a mic, so we can't hear what they're saying. But there's a lot of telltale signs you can see that tell you when a player's frustrated. You see him mashing buttons kind of aimlessly. That's a sign. You see them not moving very, very steadily through rooms. That's another sign. Long gazes at the map screen. That's another really obvious sign of they have no idea what they're doing. Zenik enters the Zora Palace, is about to swim up to the throne room, then spots a treasure box, and he realizes that obviously as the hero of Hyrule, he's got to do a little bit of kleptomania here before he gets up to the king's throne room.
Yeah. So Hopscotch is trying to figure that out. He sees that's been raised by 1. He's trying to figure out how to get there.
Yeah, he's working it out logically. He's followed the path around.
Let's see if he's figured it out. Alright, he did figure it out.
Yeah,
he didn't need to change the water level at all. He's really hoping he's right, but... That can't open the door, is not allowed to read. That's illegal.
But if he doesn't read, how will he know the correct path to get to the Windfish's egg?
Hopscotch, just go get the water level higher.
Hopscotch will get around to it when he damn well feels like it.
He can do it. I'm hoping. Hopscotch is really, really hoping he's correct.
Zenik talks to the Queen Fairy, and she's all like, "Get me some fairy powder," and Zenik just starts shoving mystery seeds up her nose.
It's kind of like fairy powder.
Zelda games are rife with ambiguous magical powders. You know, you get a magic mushroom and you just grind that up into some powder and you just start throwing that on things and you have no idea what it's doing.
Alright, Hopscotch solving the difficult puzzle of go up.
Yeah, well, he did that in a really logical way, too. That I like that he started with the door, and he just traced that around until he figured out, oh, where do I go to get there?
Yeah, he thought the pots were there to mislead him, but, those were just to, you know, have your pre-boss fight pickups. And is also the only person who did not talk to the owl, but maybe he can figure this out. Maybe.
Yeah, this could be tricky.
Hopscotch is gonna die. Okay, so the boss hit itself? So Hopscotch has done damage to the boss. You can't break out the boomerang? I'm trying to throw a boomerang underwater, Hopscotch? You're probably the only person who has. And has died.
So the good news is Hopscotch knows how to reach the boss. The bad news is Hopscotch hasn't got a clue what he's supposed to do.
Press up 2 more times, Hopscotch. Yay.
I think Hopscotch is also in the group of players who really hate the mermaid suit. I know a couple of players in the previous goal expressed extreme dissatisfaction. When the game initially starts, Link has a pretty similar swimming. His swimming is the same as it is in Link's Awakening. You just hold a direction and mash A to paddle. Once you pick up the mermaid suit, your controls change completely. And instead, you have to tap the button repeatedly in order to swim. The good news is it frees up your A button so that you can do other stuff. The bad news is that you have to tap the button repeatedly in order to move, which a lot of players find extremely obnoxious. Oh, there we go. I think Hopscotch has picked up on what he's supposed to do here.
Hopscotch had actually hit the boss already with its thing, but just didn't pick up on it. And is doing like all of these ridiculous, like, try to maneuver super fast when you can just stand there. There we go.
Yeah, once you figured out that pattern, this boss is pretty trivial. My recommendation while you're fighting this boss is to keep saying, stop hitting yourself, stop hitting yourself.
Gets the hit. I wasn't sure about that one. Last hit should be now.
That's it.
There we go. Hopscotch is gonna do it.
We're going to pick up heart container number 13. I'm going to pick up the second to last of the essences, the rolling C. And you can see that C is just, it's rolled up like a roll. Like you could just put some butter on that and eat it, just as it is.
Yeah.
So that's going to do it for Hopscotch. Unfortunately, Zenik is probably still an hour out. Zenik has to finish up his side quest here to pick up to save Lord Jabu Jabu. And then we've got the actual dungeon coming up. So I think
that's going to take a while.
Yeah, so I think we're going to go ahead and we're going to raid Zenik in case we want to see the rest of what he's got going on. So that is going to be it for today's broadcast. We do have more action coming up later this week. On Tuesday, we're going to be playing a special game. The game we're going to be playing Enemy Tempest of Violence for the Amiga. and I'll be posting a paste bin in the Discord for folks to read a little bit about it in case you want to join us. That'll be Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. And I expect that game's going to take 2 to 3 hours. We're only going to be playing 4 levels out of the total 34 levels in the game. That's going to be a pretty tiny chunk of that game. But hopefully folks will enjoy blasting some aliens with some really satisfying gunfire. We'll have the finale for Oracle of Ages coming up next Sunday. And then after that, we're going to be starting up a new game. We're going to be playing Blaster Master Blasting again for the PlayStation 1. So we have plenty of games coming up. Thank you, Alpha, for your co-commentary, as always.
Yeah.
And so everybody, let's go join Zenic Reverie as he goes on an excursion deep into the ocean to find that second-to-last essence. And everybody enjoy the rest of their Sunday and the rest of your weekend. And we'll catch you here again next time on Mystery Funhouse. Have a good night, everybody.